For example, in Toronto, they have dropped 10%. So keep in mind, this is all of. It's funny how quickly things can change in only a matter of a couple of months. Only 2 months ago, we were smack dab in the middle of a hot real estate market. Ever since Bank of Canada said they're going to pause the rate hikes, everything went totally insane. Like, they were lined up outside open houses, like 40, 50 offers on a house. Prices actually went up 15% for detached homes in the first 5 months, and sales went up 193%. But that is no more because spring market usually winds down around May and June anyways. But Bank of Canada said, you know what, let me do you another favor because we're going to step in and we're going to cool things down. So they stepped in and they raised the rate not only once but twice in June and July. And things have turned totally upside down. We are not in a bull market anymore. And prices for detached homes, they have actually dropped 7%. So this is only in the last 60 days this has happened. So if you look at Halton, Peel, Toronto, York, and Durham, as always, I cover these markets. So this is how many homes sold in the month of May, which was the peak of the market. And this is how many homes sold in July. You can see here, most of them have dropped over 40%. The lowest is in Durham, which is at negative 28%. This is how many listings were canceled from May, June, July in each of those same 5 regions. So how many listings were canceled? Either they came back on the market at a different price, or they were just canceled altogether because the seller was just not happy with the market. So in the month of May, this is how many listings were canceled in each region, and this is what they went up to in the month of July. So you can see here, like, cancellations in Halton are up 36%, but Peel leading the charge at 71%. Cancellations increased. Durham cancellations increased 72%. And Toronto is sitting at 32% increase in cancellations. And this is a very rare stat. You hardly ever see this pop up anymore because not too many listings expire. But this is how many listings expired in May and July and the change in between them. So in Halton, Halton's the only one that actually went down. Expired listings actually went down 2% if you compare May to July. But everywhere else, like Peel, expired listings went up 53%. In York, it was at 26% increase. And in Durham, it was at 38% increase. Now, we're not done yet. I'm going to be getting you into prices in just a second. So we're going to cover this in a second. But I want to ask you, because I know a lot of smart people watch these videos, when do you think the bull market will return? Is it going to be in this fall? Like some people are saying, usually fall is a little bit busier than summer because that's like one last push when the kids go back to school. People want to buy before the winter comes. Or are we done? Or the market's just going to slow down for the rest of the year and maybe the bull market returns in the springtime? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Now let's cover prices. So these are average prices for everything added together, not just detached homes. This is what they were selling for in the month of May. And this is like prices were almost tied from May and June, but this is what they're selling for right now. For example, in Toronto, they have dropped 10%. So keep in mind, this is all of Toronto, not just downtown Toronto, all of Toronto. And I do realize that Toronto has like 500 different markets. So don't get mad at me if you're saying, hey, my market is doing fine. This is everything added together. And in Peel, they're down 6%. And in Durham, they're down 4% for average prices. Now, if you want to see what is happening month by month for supply and demand, so this is the chart. So this is everything added together. You can see here the sales are in orange and they peaked in the month of May and they have been going down ever since. New listings, a bit of a heads up if you're in the market right now. New listings also went down because a lot of people are on vacation. Summer is usually slow anyways. So a lot of people are on vacation and the things will probably pick up in September, October, unless Bank of Canada raised the rate once again. Then anything goes. Who knows what's going to happen? But the reason I want to show you this chart is because I want to show you the gap between supply and demand. So look at the gap between sales, which is in orange, and new listings in blue, active listings in gray. Not a huge gap right there, like not a very big gap. That's why you were seeing so many multiple offers, because there was no supply. But that has totally changed. Look at the gap now between sales and new listings, and even a bigger gap between sales and active listings. This is how many listings are available on the MLS right now, active listings. And this is how many of them have been on the market for longer than 3 weeks. You can see here, most of them are over 50%. You will never see this on social media because all you see is the stuff that sells in 2-3 days. But this is the stat. Like, you can't argue with the stats. So most of them, like over half the listings in each region, have been sitting on the market for longer than 3 weeks. And out of all the available listings right now, this is how many of them have had to drop their price to match today's market value. This number would not be existing if the market was busy. So a lot of signs are saying the market is slowing down. By the way, I am a real estate agent. If you need help buying or selling, you can call or text me here. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.